Does anyone know the name and address of those guys who broke the Watergate scandal news?
The problem is the power of the pharmaceutical industry, which in my lifetime as a doctor has gone from being way down the list to being the single most powerful industry in the world.
Evidence-based medicine is meant to inform us what level of evidence do we have for the practices we engage in. It's not designed to stifle trying new things. It's just designed to admit we don't have all the evidence we would like to have, but here's the evidence we have for the treatment we have under consideration. And I think the greatest mistake for evidence-based medicine is that unless it's a randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled study, that it can't possibly work. And I think that's something that the medical profession in general is going to suffer seriously from unless we address it and say, you don't need that. You need good clinical judgment, you need to make a good clinical assessment, and then you declare the level of evidence you have, and then you attempt a treatment and judge the outcome even by clinical experience.
Don't beat a path to somebody who invents a better mousetrap. They just don't want to hear about something that challenges the old paradigm.
MS doesn't just affect one person. It affects the whole circle of people involved with that person.
We have thousands of kids now that have recovered from autism, and when doctors tell people their child is not treatable and to get ready to put them in an institution, they are wrong.
Now I feel, hang on a minute here, we've got something we can really work with here. This drug kicks butt. And
I found it fascinating, the diversity of the diseases that were being treated. Fascinated and concerned.
And when you think that in Africa alone, there are probably 20 to 30 million people for whom the new antiretrovirals, they'll never get them. Too costly, out of reach, the infrastructure isn't there to bring it. Who could benefit from taking low-dose naltrexone? It's really a tragedy.
I don't know what to do, except to say, well, actually, I know of a Professor Smith who's actually publishing some very good data on this. Maybe you might consider it and use it yourself, because I'm not trained in research, I'm trained in clinical practice, and I can pick up things from clinical practice. I give something and it works. I try it in somebody and it works again. I say, this works.
And it's not that there's a conspiracy against LDN. They don't need a conspiracy. The system is set up so perfectly that, we're just like idiots banging against this big wooden building that nobody's gonna, they don't have to open the door, so they won't.
I'm a duck guy. If it looks like a duck and it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it lives with ducks and it has eggs, it's probably a duck. Now, I could be wrong. It could be a platypus. I doubt it.